What's up, guys? Brad here, and once again making a video of the top 5 cards I believe that are being overlooked in One Night in Karazhan. So the last time I actually made a video like this was in the Grand Tournament. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but it's kind of been just busy in life, doing a lot of other things. Haven't been able to play Hearthstone as much as I'd like to, but I think I'm going to be able to get into it a little bit more. So just want to start off and say, I think these cards are mainly being overlooked, and the reason I'm making this video is because you're only hearing about certain cards in the game that are being talked about. There's only like a handful of cards. Firelance Portal is one of the cards. Everybody's talking about with Arena. The other card also is Purify, as we know. Between those two cards, you basically hear nothing about the other cards. So these are just cards that are overlooked. This doesn't mean they're the best cards. It doesn't mean they're going to be meta changing, anything like that. They're just cards that I don't hear anything really about them. So just wanted to state my case there, make sure it's known. And I'm making this video also just for myself because I went back and looked at my last video of the Grand Tournament, and I laughed very hard because of how wrong I was. And surprised that some of them weren't as bad of guesses as I thought. So anyways, let's just jump right into it. The first card was Ethereal Peddler. The 5-mana 5/6 battle card. Reduce the cost of cards in your hand from other classes by 2. So this is a real card right here. I think in Arena is going to be phenomenal. You can't beat another Pit Fighter, basically. Having 2 Pit Fighter choices is pretty great, that alone. On top of that, I also think Swashbuckler is not a bad card. Don't think it's a great card, but it does give you that one more, class card that will be reduced by this card. And then the other thing too is Undercity Huckster is one of the most played 2-drops in Rogue. It is the most played 2-drop in Rogue. Let's just be clear on this. And I think that people are looking at, oh, there's not enough cards that you're going to be, getting this discount on. But even if you have just 2 Undercity Hucksters and you have the 2 cards in your hand and you play one of these, that alone I feel like will be worth it. But if you get on top of that 2 other cards from the Swashbuckler, so you got 4 cards being reduced by 2, or even 8 if you just throw 1 Burgle into the mix, I mean that alone right there is pretty solid. So I'm sure it's going to have some dead cards that you draw, like Shield Slam, or cards to that extent. But still, I think the card is worth at least tinkering around with and experimenting with. Next card, surprisingly, is going to be Arcane Giant. For how powerful this card is, and how I actually think this is probably I might even say this is the second best and most played card that's going to be released in Karazhan. Just because of the fact that I like 0-mana 8/8s. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty much what this card is going to be. It's a 12-mana 8/8, but every time you cast a spell, Yogg-Saron is probably one of the most played next to N'Zoth of the Old Gods. It easily is, especially with the Druid. And you get Druid and Mage. Just that alone, you could throw 2 of these in there, and you'll do amazing. So, yeah, I don't see why, unless the reason why this card isn't being talked about is because everybody just knows it's like, oh, yeah, that card's good. It's an amazing card. There's nothing to maybe talk about. Maybe that's why, and I'm just missing that for no reason. I think this card should be talked about a little bit more. Third card here, Violet Illusionist. 3-mana 4/3. During your turn, your hero is immune. It's pretty good stats. And on top of that, your hero's immune is a pretty awesome effect. So cards like this I see being used in Warlock. You can use, the Flame Imps become just amazing 1-drops with 3/2 for your Zoo decks. Plus your hero power does no damage to you on your turn. That right there, boom, is pretty much worth it. Then on top of it, which is, I think, broken, using your weapon in Rogue, I guess Shaman too. Rogue, Shaman, and Warrior. Warrior is, this card seems kind of broken to me in Warrior. That just my opinion. I don't know. Could be wrong on that, but I think this card is going to be. It's basically your #1 target when this is played. I don't see really much other than maybe like one of the old gods or something like the 10 mana 10/10 one that draws a card out at the start of the turn or at the end of your turn. That card is probably a little bit more of a priority than this card or Aviana, something like that. But still, this card is insane. Because if you're just, Gorehowl, boom, smash something with 7 health, it's crazy. I mean, you killed that 4 mana 7/7 with this card, doing no damage to yourself with the Gorehowl. That alone right there is crazy. So, and also I gotta preface this by saying, with the other card on this list, which is up next, let's jump to it. Fool's Bane. Holy shit, this card. It's insane. I mean, 5 mana 3/4, unlimited attacks each turn, but it can't attack yours. Who cares about it can't attack yours? This clears boards like nothing. I mean, especially if you're using Violet Illusionist and Fool's Bane together, that alone right there is insane. I don't see why people are ever going to play Arcanite Reaper again in Warrior. They're going to play Fool's Bane, and they're going to play Fire War X. That's it. And Wild, I don't know. That's where it becomes tough. Wild is tough. I can't make that decision. I can't decide if this card would be 2 of on top of Deathbite and Fire War X. That's tough because of a lot of weapons. But yeah, I can't believe this card is even made. Like it seems extremely powerful. Like it's easily top 5 in the set. But lastly, let's talk about the Lonely Priest. Actually, the Priest got an amazing card. 5 mana 3/4. But Battlecry summon a friendly minion that died this game. So it seems a little underwhelming when you first glance at this card. But you have to take an effect that basically look at Injured Blade Master. When that card comes back to life from this, it's a 4/7. And 3/4 to 4/7 are pretty amazing. It's basically combining also 2 cards into one. You get Resurrect on top of a Spider Tank, basically, I would say. So yeah, I don't see really how this card won't be played in Priest. It's just solid. I mean, get any minion on top of this card and you'll be happy, realistically. Except maybe Doomsayer if you're playing that in your deck, but you might want to try to dodge that as much as possible. So, anyways, that is pretty much it for today. Quick little easy video I made there, just for myself, as I said. But if you're watching this also, hopefully you enjoyed it. And maybe I'll be making some more videos in the future that won't be like a 6-month span from the last time, if not even longer. It has to easily be longer, probably. Let's see. The last video I uploaded was 9 months ago. Yep. Last Hearthstone video was 11 months ago. So it's been due. So here's another video for you guys. Hope you have a great day. See you later.